Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to yet another Strike webinar. I'm just waiting for a few people to join, and I have, he doesn't need any introduction. Himanshu ji, very good evening. Thank you for coming into the webinar. It's a pleasure, always a pleasure to host you. And yeah,
Thanks a lot. Yeah, I think we
yeah,
are connecting for almost second or third time. I think it's
yes,
always wonderful
absolutely.
being here.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. How's the weather in Delhi? All good?
My jacket is telling you about the weather. No, it's
Yes,
cool.
absolutely.
Six
Hmm.
degree, 5 degree, 6 degree.
Okay,
Hmm.
cool. So, guys, as we wait for a few people to join, what I'm doing is I'm posting you a link, in the comment section. What you can do is just click on the link and sign up to sign up over there. It is the sign up for the strike. And whoever clicks on this link and signs up, and in future, if you want to subscribe, you'll get a 10% discount. But additionally, what happens is whatever income we get through this, Himanshu ji, if you want to explain regarding the charity work, what you have been doing, whoever subscribes through this, a part of the amount will go to charity work. It's for a noble cause, guys. So yes, Himanshu ji, if you want to explain regarding that, the link is there in the description. Click on that and sign up on the strike. We are not telling you to make the go for the subscription, but somewhere down the line, if you're going for the subscription, definitely whatever amount we get through this, it will go to the charity. That is what we have decided. So Himanshu ji, please, yeah.
So
Am I
any
audible, guys? Are we audible? No audio. Okay.
I
Um,
think I'll be audible. No, I think so.
yes. Yes,
Hmm.
absolutely. Yes. Okay. Fine. Yes, Himanshu ji.
So, I am a part of a NGO. It's Paramhansa Yogananda Charitable Trust in Vrindavan. It takes care of old aged mothers, those who are widowed or abandoned women. So, whatever referral income I receive from Strike platform or income received through my newsletters, it usually goes to that organization. So you can be a part of it. I post it every month. They are in need of some basic stuff, and I'm grateful for Strike to offer me that platform so that I can contribute more towards them. So you'll see my status once a month, twice a month on that NGO work because I go there. So that's all. I mean, there are roughly around 80 mothers who live in 3 ashrams in Vrindavan, and we have almost 3,000 more such old age widow women who can basically walk and move around. They don't live in ashram. They just have their own rooms over there. So this NGO, this trust, works for the betterment of them, and there I contribute my earnings through these referral incomes or through newsletters. Hmm.
What a wonderful gesture, Himanshu ji. So, guys, whoever is watching this, if you have not signed up on Strike, I have posted the link in the comment section. Please click on that and do subscribe. To Strike, and whatever amount we get, it will be donated as a charity to the NGO. Yes, again we'll do the announcement, Himanshu ji, in between the webinar, so that whoever is joining us late, they can also do the same. Yes, so today we are going to discuss relative rotation graphs, originally developed by Julius de Kempenaer. Himanshu has been an avid follower of RRG, and he'll be explaining what RRG is and also discussing about the markets. And then later on, we'll open up to the FAQs. Okay. So, yes, Himanshu ji.
So I hope you are able to see my screen.
1 second. Yes.
So this is the basic layout of relative rotational graph. This is by, as you said, JDK, Julius de Kempenaer, and this is the advanced version of relative strength. So here on the bottom horizontal axis, we have RS ratio, which is relative strength. And on the vertical axis, you will see the momentum. I'll explain briefly what these two represent. So RS ratio is relative strength, which means that the performance of your stock compared to any benchmark. So here I have taken the benchmark to be Nifty 500, that is the overall market. So all these indices like banks, financial services, private banks, their performance I am comparing with the benchmark Nifty 500. So the middle point of this, where these two axes meet, the value is 100. So this middle point is 100 RS ratio, 100 momentum. So anything that falls in terms of RS ratio at a value more than 100 means it is very strong. Similarly, anything that falls above 100 momentum value more than 100, it means the rate of change of relative strength is also very high. I'll simplify this. What it means is that uh, relative strength is outperformance of your security compared to the benchmark. Now I want to know that how fast that RS is changing. So if you will see here, the PSU banks, I am using the tail to be at 5 years, 5 weeks. Here you will see the count as 5 weeks, which means that PSU bank for a fifth week, I mean, the previous week it was here, then the fourth week from now it was here. So this shows me the complete movement of the PSU bank for the past 5 weeks. So if you will see that the PSU bank has moved from this spot to this spot, so there has been considerably faster change of relative strength and momentum. So why is this an advanced version of relative strength? Because it not only checks for relative strength, but it also checks for momentum as well. So the rate at which your RS changes. So there are four quadrants. One is your leading quadrant. Anything in leading quadrant, it has high momentum and high RS. Anything in weakening quadrant, it still has high momentum, but it has lower RS value. I mean a very high RS value, but the momentum is declining, right? So for example, you will see here this healthcare index, it was in leading quadrant. Now the momentum is declining, but RS is still very high. So it is something like it was in an uptrend, but now it is a bit slowing down, maybe forming a base or maybe pulling back. That is why you will see the index moving from leading quadrant to weakening quadrant. Now, if you look at FMCG, this also was somewhere here. So if I'll show you the number of count, I increased to 9 weeks. So FMCG was in leading. It also had a pullback kind of scenario, so the momentum declined. But then what happened was it was unable to bounce back up. It continued the downtrend, so that is why FMCG moved to a lagging quadrant. So there are two possibilities. If the index moved from leading to weakening, it means it is pulling back. But if the pullback goes deeper and the index goes in correction, the index moves from weakening to lagging. If this was just a correction, just a pullback, they will again bounce back up and they will reverse and move to leading. Now here, once it is in a lagging quadrant, it means that it is massively underperforming the benchmark. The RS ratio is very low and the momentum is also very low. So you can see the chart of all those FMCG stocks, Britannia, Hindustan Unilever, Nestle. You will see they are in a downtrend. Now what happens? Anything cannot stay in a downtrend for a long period of time. So once you will see the buying coming in, the momentum will increase and then the index will move from lagging quadrant to improving quadrant, but the RS is still very low. So that is why we have these quadrant movements. For example, you will see reality index. Reality also went into a deeper correction. You will see all the charts: DLF, Godrej Properties, Prestige Estates. They went to a deeper correction. They even went till 200 days moving average on the charts. Now, when the buying is coming in this sector, the momentum increases. Real estate as an index moves to improving quadrant, but we do not know whether this bounce is sustainable or not. If this bounce is not sustainable, then it will again, this was just a bounce and then it will again fall back to lagging quadrant. If the bounce is sustainable and we see more and more stocks participating, then not only the momentum will increase, but RS ratio will also increase and that will push real estate index to the leading quadrant. So that's how the journey of any sector culminates on the RRG chart. if you will see what happened to bank nifty. Okay, I can deselect all the indices and I can show you the movement of bank nifty. So I just increase the count here. So if you will see for the count of almost around this level, 30 weeks. So 30 weeks before it was in improving. So you can see here it went till lagging quadrant, and then the momentum increased and RS also improved. So now we'll see the constant thrust in the stocks like HDFC Bank. We have all those private sector bank or PSU Bank. Their charts are getting better. So you will see the movement of Bank Nifty. It moved now to a lagging to a leading quadrant. So if I just show you the complete picture, as of now, if you will see the banking sector, because it is entering towards the leading quadrant, it is a very strong sector. Financial services is a very, very strong sector. If you look at IT, so let's just increase the count. So that's what I was telling you. IT, the momentum declined, which means that the stocks pulled back. So there was some bit of rest. And after that rest, it is not ready to go down. So it bounced back up. So it is still in the leading quadrant. So another sector is IT, which is a very strong sector. So if you'll ask me about the strong sectors, they are bank, financial services, IT index. Now, if you will ask about the sectors that are likely to end their correction, it's real estate index, and you will see some bit of movement in the PSU banking index and the PSC stocks. So the way this index is trying to come up, maybe there is some buying going on in public sector enterprises. But all in all, if you are, see, multiple financial participants can play on RRG chart. To those who say I need more confirmation, they will be looking for banking stocks, financial services. We have IT as an index. To those who say no, I am a bit aggressive trader, or maybe I'm an aggressive investor, I want entry much earlier, then you can look for real estate as a sector that is reversing from the lows. So you will see stocks like Prestige Estates, you will see Ajmera Reality, or you will see Ganesh Housing, Arvind Smart Space. These are some stronger looking charts in the real estate space. Now, there are other categories also of traders or investors or market participants. One category is contrarian investing. They say, look, I don't want to buy anything which is overcrowded. So I want to go against the crowd. So they can look for FMCG, which is in a way as of now in a downtrend. But you won't see like almost you don't see any index staying here for permanent, right? So you will see somewhere down the line, you will see there will be a week or 2 weeks when FMCG will start seeing buying. So that's contrarian style. Here you have the conservative style, here you have the aggressive style. So that's how the indices move. Now, if someone says that I'm aggressive, you can look for real estate, or you can here look for consumer durables as well, because I believe that consumer durables, instead of going towards the lagging quadrant, that's what I mean, in my opinion, it should end correction and it should bounce back up to the leading quadrant. So that means this was just a pullback. So all these consumer durable charts, they are looking very healthy. We have pharma space, you will see a theme running hot, the GLP-1 drugs. So you will see lot of pharma names now also coming up on your radar. So all in all, for aggressive entries, real estate, pharma, consumer durables, healthcare, and the confirmed entries are more like towards PSU banks, Nifty Bank, financial services, and but if I ask you a very simple question on private bank versus PSU bank, private banks are now taking the lead. So you can just go to that private banking index, or you can create your own RRG chart as well. So you can go to the home page here, and I think you will get the private bank option as well, or maybe you can create your own watch list. So uh, just create a watch list, and for example, I have this private bank watch list. So there are some 27 charts. So you can go back to the RRG charts, you can select your private banking list, and I'll show you how it works even on the stock level. So just see the weekly, and let us do the change the benchmark to Nifty 500. So we'll see all the charts here. So you looked at City Union Bank, super strong, HDFC Bank, super strong, Karur Vyasa, and Federal Bank and ICICI Bank. So these banks are literally very, very strong. If you look at some other names, what I want to personally avoid, IndusInd Bank and AU Bank. You are sure you are. I hope you are getting now. It's very simple. It just takes a minute to understand the whole sector. You can see JNK Bank, it's very strong. South Indian Bank, DCB Bank. So they are all likely to move towards the leading quadrant. But what's as of now, if you'll ask me about 4 or 5 weeks before, HDFC Bank is one name, ICICI Bank, Federal Bank. Federal Bank is in fact very strong, sitting at I think so around 215, 210 level. City Union, Karur Vyasa. So this is how you can combine your top-down approach to the bottoms-up approach. RRG is not lagging in nature as what people say about it. It's a myth. It's lagging because it shows you the complete picture. So FMCG, when I talk about, so FMCG is in the lagging quadrant. That so RRG is not lagging in nature. It tells you about where is FMCG. So the moment FMCG turns up, you can just have an eye on the FMCG stocks as well. So these days we have Bangladesh issue. So textile sector is as of now making the buzz. You can just create your own watch list. So you can create a watch list and you can type in some textile names over here. That's how it works. And just add a bit of name like Gokal Das Export. So unless you have an index, because there are certain areas where you don't have indices, so you can create your own index like Gokal Das Export, Nitin Spinner, or you have Himmat Singh Seed, you have PDS Limited. So I'm just giving a particular example, Swan Energy. So if you just add them to the watch list now, you can come back to your RRG charts. You can just open this watch list of the textile sector that we just created. So you can add more names to it. So that's why it's doing the buzz. So if you will check here, Himmat Singh super strong, Nitin Spinner, Gokex, PDSL. I haven't added a lot of names. I think if I keep on adding names here, you will see lot and lot more charts that are doing good in the textile space. So some weak stocks I can show you with an example, not so strong. Arvind Limited. So the moment I'll add Arvind Limited, not so strong compared to what others are doing. So that's about RRG chart. That's how you basically use it. And you can create your own watch list over here. Like for example, sugar, I have a watch list. So I can, semiconductors, I have a watch list. So sugar sector, let's have a look here. So not something to be really very interesting as of now, except for EID Perry. Uh, just to give you one or two more examples, maybe you can look for water management as a theme. So if you look for the water management charts, so a disclaimer, I'm holding Jash Engineering in my portfolio. Very strong chart, Welspun Corp, Iron Exchange. So something I don't want to look at, electro steel casting. So you can go to the chart, individual chart of electro steel casting as well, and then confirm whether RRG is giving you the true picture or not. And you can compare both Jash as well as electro steel casting. So see, so it makes sense to create your own watch list over here. Hotel space, for example, another strong, very, very strong theme as of now here. So just look at the charts. You'll see Taj GVK, very strong. You'll see all these hotels. Now, what does it tell you? You want to see a sector where majority of the names are heading towards the leading quadrant or they are in the leading quadrant. I'll give you one comparison with FMCG space, but as of now, what you see, improving or leading has more names, has more names. So if you go to just Nifty FMCG, compare it. Now compare both of them. So it's not as strong. You'll see the charts, they are here. But if you compare the hotel space, that's called as strength. So this is what I mean by strength. You pick up 4, 3, 5 name. Look at Sami Hotel, or look at the Taj GVK's entry towards the leading quadrant. Kamath Hotel, you have Juniper Hotel, Sinclair Hotel, EI, Oberoi's, Lemon Tree, Park Hotels. All are constantly moving towards. So whenever you see any sector where you will see 10, 15 stocks moving together in a bunch, that means you are very sure that there is something going on in this sector. So water I have shown you, there was one time of defense, that's not anymore now. Private banks I have shown you, I have showed you about uh, textile as a theme, water as a theme. Let's look once for a jewelry as a sector. What is it doing right now? Because last time we met, they all were moving up. So they all are relaxing as of now. I can't say them to be weak. They may end their correction, but as of now, compared to 2 months before, 3 months before, I'll show you their chart, what happened. So I'll just increase the length and I can move back in time. So this was the time of almost around here. So you look at this chart. around June, July period when all these jewelry stocks were moving towards in direction. So RRG is very useful. It takes some bit of effort on your side to create these watch list, but once you have the watch list ready, there is no stopping back. You can just put up your own charts over there. Just change the benchmark to Nifty 500 and look at the charts here. Now you'll see Tilak Nagar Industries super strong in brewery space, alcohol beverages, Som distilleries. We have Allied blenders. We have United Spirits. You have Associated Alcohol. So Associated Alcohol, if you look at the chart, this stock was in a very long horizontal consolidation, and because of that consolidation the momentum declined. Now when it broke out once again around 950 960 level, you will see Associated Alcohol is turning back up again. So these are some stronger counters I will put my eye on. ABDL, Associated Alcohols, and Tilak Nagar Industries. So you can just have your team ready. I mean, you must be in so many groups, so someone can create these watch list for you. Once you have a watch list, it becomes simple, easy, pretty easy. Just click on any list and look for what all the stocks are doing. So this visualization method I follow because I can look for 1000, 1500 charts in just one click. So I am preparing more and more watch list, and sometimes you do not have ready-made watch list available for most of the sectors. So it really helps to have these shorter lists. So over to you, sir.
Okay, that was quick, Himanshu ji. Okay, so Himanshu, we have a couple of questions. What is the importance of the tail? If it is a bigger tail, what does it resemble? What if it is a smaller tail?
Okay, so have you played that snake game in Nokia 1100? We used to have
Yes,
that small
absolutely.
phone. So there was a
Uh,
game of snake.
what an
We
example.
used to make. Haha. So this is
Yeah.
like a snake of PSU bank is like if I don't have a tail, okay, let's do an example, 3 week only. So this tail shows me the history of the PSU bank.
Hmm.
So if I have a tail of 8 weeks, I can have more history. So PSU
Hmm.
banks on 21st October week, it was here. Next week it was here. Next week it was here. So these are 10 pointers you will see. If you can count, I have 8 weeks. So there will be 8 dots on the chart.
Hmm.
One,
Hmm.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 is
Hmm.
where it is right now. So it shows me about the history of the index or stock, what you will see here. Second
Okay.
thing, second thing, the farther the stock is from the benchmark, more momentum, more strength it has. So
Hmm.
PSU bank will be more volatile. I mean, it will be moving much faster compared to something in the media sector because it is very close to the benchmark. So that
Hmm.
is why you want to see something a bit away so that you can get quicker and bigger moves in those sectors. Third thing is that you can't you have to make a balance between the readability of the chart and the tail length. So if your tail length is, let's say, around 15, and you have these many indices or this long list, it becomes unreadable. So
Yeah.
you can't read it. So that is why you have to make a balance. So 5 7 weeks of data, it's enough. But
Hmm.
if you want to see here that okay, I have maybe your portfolio has maybe around 8 stocks, it makes sense to have 10 weeks of tail. But if your portfolio has 20 stocks, doesn't make sense to have 10 15
Yeah.
kind of
It
weeks
gets
over there.
cluttered.
The chart looks very
Hmm.
crimson and you can't read it.
Yeah, absolutely. So the best two setups is you're looking at something which is far away from the zero line and also a long tail, and something which is going from lagging to improving or improving to leading.
So I am looking for lagging to improving first because I want to get the early sign. If you ask me,
Hmm.
I am immediately looking if something is from lagging quadrant and for 2 weeks it turned up. So I am
Hmm.
constantly keeping my eye on these spots because I want to see whether they have bottomed out or not or what is happening over there. I'll give you one example. FMCG is an index. Now it's a pretty pathetic index as of now, but if you look at one stock called as ADF Foods, it's very
Hmm.
strong, very, very strong. in the FMCG sector. So I want to keep my eye on FMCG index. It turns up. I want more and more names. So I'll start looking at those stocks. So my priority is, yes, it moves from lagging to improving or just face up from lagging quadrant. And second is when something goes to a pullback scenario, I want to see the turn up to the upside. For example, consumer durables, let us see if they can just move up. You can just see the charts of the Nifty consumer durables here as well. I think we have an index here. Yeah, this one. So you can just click here and then see what's happening over here. So Dixon is the super strong. But because you are asking me today, if you will ask me, listen here, 5 weeks before Dixon was here. And if I just increase the tail length, now look at what I was trying to explain you.
Mhm.
Dixon went to a correction,
Yeah.
right? So here, so Dixon was in leading, it went to a correction, then it turned back up. So here I am interested to
Yes.
catch it. So
So
that's what
from
I mean.
weakening back to leading, if it goes, it is very, very powerful, is what you're trying to say.
Correct, because it has proved itself and it was
Yeah.
just a pullback.
Yeah, it was just a pullback, and it is a continuation of the previous rally.
Correct, correct,
The higher high, higher low concept, more or less.
correct,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
Hmm.
Fantastic. So, you were mentioning about the hotel industry, how nicely RRG works is, last month I was reading an article where 47 lakh marriages in the next 3 months. That's humongous. And no wonder the hotel industry is going up. Uh, okay. So,
So I'll give you one example if you allow. It's very, very simple. Nifty reality was a chart,
hmm,
right? This is, I love this sector because of the reason that you can trade it outside stocks also. So I'll show you what happened that time was weekly. You just go to the 10-week tail. And this was the period, I mean, many, many years before, somewhere here around March and April, I covered in the previous webinar as well. So this was roughly around 21
hmm,
here. So the real estate index started bottoming out. I'll show you this chart. Look at what happened that time. So
hmm,
all these were very, very strong. So this was the time. Even if you go outside across your area, you will see everyone will say 2021 was the golden year when the real estate started picking up. So the house prices near your home, I mean, the land prices, they have gone almost 3x, 5x, almost everywhere across India. And it just a 1 minute exercise on RRG chart can show you this, because here you don't have to go outside, you don't have to collect the data, what is the saleable area, how many projects being launched, nothing at all, just 1 minute visual representation. Real estate index was coming down from the bottom. In fact, you can go to the sectoral chart and see that yourself where was real estate index. So that becomes very simple. Just go here and just pull the data till here. So I'll deselect everything. I'll just select the real estate as an index. So that's what I mean here. So this was roughly a period of 2021. So you can just confirm what I am saying. And I think in the previous webinar also I covered this point there, that real estate index, it just started its move somewhere here from
beautiful.
May 21. So from May 21, I can show you the data here. It never looked back. So it was just in this quadrant, and then was roaming around in multiple times for 6 months, 7 months down the line. So weekly chart, 500 benchmark, you will see these phases continuously. And when the stock goes in a prolonged correction, that they will breathe a bit, and then they will again come back to the leading
Come back.
quadrant. Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so when we are looking at weekly quadrant, we are looking at a considerable, like consider like 2 to 3 months of view.
5 weeks means you are checking 1.5 month.
Hmm.
You can increase the tail length to your interest.
No,
It will
it's
show
not
you
about the
more
tail
data.
length. If I'm checking on the weekly charts, weekly RRG, it means that my view is for the next 2 to 3 months approximately.
Correct. My view is
Okay,
for approximately correct 2 to 3 months.
okay, and daily is for like say like 15 to 20 days, Himanshu.
Daily will be too noisy. You can use that. I'll show you on daily as well. So maybe just count. So you'll see the movement will be very sharp. So
Yes.
if you are an expert in RRG, if you have more time, what you can do is that combine both the daily and weekly. For
Hmm.
example, I switch to weekly. what it shows me about the consumer durables? It shows me that it can likely end the correction.
Hmm.
But on the daily, it shows me that it is already in the leading quadrant. So that means there is buying going on in the
Yeah.
stock on the
Hmm.
shorter time frame. So that
Hmm.
means it can push up the index even on the weekly, because trend reversal always happens on the lower time frame first. It
Correct.
happens on daily and then weekly and then monthly. You see the repercussions of it. So you
Yeah.
can merge both of them, but daily solely, I won't use daily alone for my analysis.
Okay. Oh, what this was awesome. So you mean to say the execution can also be on the daily, right?
Correct, correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Uh, So RJ is asking, will Strike provide a pre-built watch list? No, there's no pre-built watch list. You can, it doesn't take much time. You can create your own watch list as Himanshu ji created. All you need to go do is go to the dashboard, click on watch list, and you can create it over here. You can create up to around 100, 200 watch lists. So, you have enough this one to create it. Okay. And yeah, we'll open up to Q&A, Himanshu. If anyone is having questions, you can bring it up now. We'll wait for it. And yeah.
Okay, so this is a very simple stuff here. You can combine it with the market health. I want to see more and more sectors going towards the leading quadrant. That's what is not happening as of now. So if
Hmm.
I go to the sectors late, if you ask me about uh, health of the market, you can yourself see.
Hmm.
So health of the market is very high when you have lot of names in the improving or the leading quadrant. So hardly few sectors are taking it up as of now. So that's not a very strong market. I mean, I won't call it a strong market. You see, most of the indices, infra, MNC, and you have the manufacturing index, FMCG, auto, they are all down. So you need
Hmm.
broader participation.
Okay. Nitul is asking, how can we use this for intraday trading?
Intraday, see, you can pick it up on daily chart. See, anything now, you are going on the very shorter time frame. So in
Hmm.
intraday trading, we have to look for the high momentum stocks. Those high momentum stocks, for that RRG, your benchmark, your time frame will be daily. You'll be looking for example, now on the daily time frame, this consumer durable was here and it's likely to show the momentum. So you'll switch your charts to the consumer durable sector and look for the stronger stocks over there. That's how you will go for intraday time frame. But I personally don't do that for intraday, to be honest.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. Next question is from Sagar. How do you pick up the stocks among the sector that you decide to trade? Similar way, Sagar. He decided on a sector. He'll go to that sector and see what are all the stocks. Again, lay those stocks on the RRG. If you can show an example, Himanshu. You
Yeah.
spoke about hotel industry. If you can just, yeah.
So just for example, in hotel industry, I'll just see all the charts here. Nifty 500. So weekly, I'll do that because I'm looking for a prolonged trend. So you'll see here now, Taj GVK is something that, because see, we are discussing it today. If because I'm constantly checking them, I can spot Taj GVK even here when it is going up. So 2 weeks,
Hmm.
3 weeks before, you can go and check the chart of Taj GVK around 300 and 330 level on a weekly time frame. Just look at the chart once. Look at the chart of Park Hotels one. It has come down from the bottom vertically up. You look at the chart of what Indian Hotel did, what Samhi is trying to do as of now. So Samhi has a volume spike on Friday around 205 level, 200 level. So it's likely, but it's not something that makes a faster move because it is very near to the center. So that's what I do to personally spot stronger stocks. I mean, you can also use the same. It's pretty simple. Indian Hotel, I think I don't need to tell you about Indian Hotel. So if I deselect all the names, I select Indian Hotel because you are asking me today. That's what I'm saying you. Otherwise, if you were asking me just a few weeks before, here Indian Hotel came on your RRG chart into the improving quadrant on 16th September. So can we just look at the Indian Hotel chart, and you can see over here where was Indian Hotel on the weekly chart. On almost around, I'll show you the chart. So where are we sitting on the RRG chart? We are sitting on, I think so, around, what was the date? I'll maybe just check it once again. This
Yeah.
was Indian Hotel. It was 16th September, and almost end of September, it started entering the leading quadrant, right? So just go to the dashboard and just see the chart of Indian Hotel. So this is where we are sitting here. September, end of the September here, right? Somewhere here. So look at the outperformance of the Indian hotel stock post that. So even if RRG gives you this name, end of the September, you can keep it in your watch list. And when it comes out of this beautiful base here, you'll see that base here when it comes out of the base, and then look at the performance of the Indian hotel chart. So that's how you spot the stronger stocks in through RRG. It becomes very, very simple.
Okay. And okay, Suri Sharma is asking, how does RRG work during shallow corrections and sideways?
So I'll give you one example. Okay, let's go to the sectors first. Uh, so we do that here. So I'll probably select the benchmark as Nifty 500. FMCG, it's not a shallow correction, it's a very deep correction, very, very deep correction. If you ask me about the consumer durable stocks, this correction is a shallow correction. It's just a pullback. So whenever there is a shallow correction of in the stocks I'm talking about in a particular sector, I'm talking about shallow correction is not something like where you will see stocks going to 200 days moving average. Shallow correction is they probably reach till 21 or 50 period moving average, and then they bounce back to the upside. So you will see here consumer durable stocks, open any chart, Amber Enterprises, you look Dixon Technology, Keynes, you look Sirma, you look EMS. So we have many names in the EMS space, electronic manufacturing space, I mean, where the stocks went to a shallow correction. So in a shallow correction, as I told you before, the stocks will move from leading to weakening and then back again to leading. Whereas if the correction is deep, then they move from weakening to even to lagging because they are not able to come back up. So FMCG, it's a deep correction. You look at most of the charts in the FMCG sector, they are pathetic as of now. Britannia, Hindustan Unilever, so many charts.
Okay. Himanshu, there's one good question from Babu. As you said, we should, sorry. Uh, he's asking about, okay, you took the view, but what is the stop loss if you are using RRG? Is there a stop loss concept in RRG? Or
See,
is it like, how do you use RRG? Is it mainly for scanning or is it for execution? Because I feel that RRG is used for as a scanner, right?
yes, it
Because
is as a
ultimately it's
scanner.
all price action.
It's all price action, true. So there are four pillars in trading: stock selection, entry, exit, and position sizing. So you won't get a single tool for all four of them. So if you pick up entry points, entry doesn't tell you about stock scanning. So RRG is used as a scanner. After that, you have the list ready and you can then execute based on the individual price action. So this is more towards a scanning tool.
Okay. And for investment, if you want to use RRG as for investment, it is weekly and monthly time frame, multi time frame.
Weekly is enough because I know that once the sector moves to improving quadrant, it stays in the uptrend for generally 5-6 months minimum. What I'm
Hmm.
saying is that real estate, I'm telling you, 2021 it ended the downtrend. If I can show you the chart of real estate sector here, uh, I think we have an option of CNX Realty here. Yes, CNX Realty. Look at the weekly chart. So look at the chart here. That's what I'm saying. It ended the correction somewhere in almost April 23. So RRG, it went to leading quadrant somewhere here. Oh, sorry, the improving quadrant somewhere here. From that level, you look at the move of the index, only the index. Index has moved 3x. I'm not talking about individual stocks. So once you see something changing the trend on a chart wise basis also after a long period, then it's worth investing. So it is used for investing. In investing, we look for RRG chart on weekly time frame.
Okay. So once again, those who are just coming now and watching this webinar, I've sent a link in the comment section. Do click on that and sign up on the platform. Uh, and in future, whenever you subscribe, the amount today it's a very special day. The amount will be going for charity. And again, once again, Himanshu, if you can just explain as to where the amount will be going. It is a wonderful gesture from Himanshu. uh, Please, what is the charity trust you have been contributing to?
So I'm a part of Paramhansa Yogananda Charitable Trust in Vrindavan. It takes care of old age widowed mothers. So there are 80 mothers living in 4 ashrams in Vrindavan. And there are roughly more than 3,000 old age women who can walk on their own. They don't live in the ashram, but they rely on the ashram for their substantial needs. So whatever I earn through strike referral income or through my newsletters, it usually goes towards the Vrindavan work over there. So that's an NGO. I post frequently on Twitter regarding that work once a month. So if you want to be a part of it, you can do your
Yeah.
contribution. And any day you want to visit there, they are open to your, for your welcome. They are open over there. So you can anytime go there, visit and see what is the condition and what they actually need over there.
Yeah. And the best part is you'll also get 10% discount also on the subscription. So please do click on this link and sign up. If you have already signed up, you will not get that 10%. But, kindly do click on the link what we have put in the comment section. So once again, okay. So let's get back to the questions, Himanshu, and we'll just take 10 minutes more. Is it better to start watching stocks in the lagging quadrant going into improving, or look only for leading quadrant stocks only?
So as I said before, there are various ways of investing. There is no one way to make money in the market. Someone who is an aggressive trader, I'll show you that chart. So someone who is aggressive will say that, okay, let me look here, and if it turns back up, I will hunt here. Now, someone who is very conservative, he says, I need more confirmation. So I want someone that is entering the leading quadrant. So I am happy to miss the initial move. Now,
Hmm.
that's where contrarian investors play. That's where some aggressive traders or investors play. That's where conservative investors come in. So, for example, Bank Nifty moved to leading quadrant. So now a conservative investor will come in and say, look, let me see for the banking stock. So there is no one way to make money. There are multiple ways to make money here. So this is for everyone because this shows the entire picture from birth to the death of an index. It will show you where the index is right now. So you can play according to your own style of investing. If you are looking for contrarian, obviously you will be seeing something over here.
Okay. And okay, some of them are interested to know your Twitter handle. The Twitter handle is at Chartist, CHARTIST. You can just go and follow Himanshu over there. Uh, Almost 100K followers. Congratulations, Himanshu, for that.
I mean, I'm free, so I keep on tweeting, so people just connect. So it's a
Yeah.
mutual learning. Like I'm also learning.
Okay. Okay. So Jack Sparrow should have shared the referral link at the beginning of the session. We have been sharing it, Jack. It's fine, Uh, okay. Is Nifty Infrastructure Weekly Index getting interesting? If you can just check the
Yes, it
Nifty.
is interesting. Yes, yes. I was
Hmm.
about to say also, I told, I think in the middle, maybe infra is now getting interesting here. So you'll see this index. This is getting interesting because let's see, for a very aggressive trader, it is likely to move towards the improving quadrant. We can probably see the infra index as well if there is anything that stands out. Uh, so there are, okay, so I am able to see some hospitals and all sort of stocks in infra space. So it's very difficult as of now because I think the way Nifty has created this index, I see telecom name, auto name, I see hotels also. So probably I think because of these names it is going up. Yes, infra, otherwise it's, you are right, absolutely right, it's a very strong sector as of now. It's moving up towards the improving quadrant. Hmm.
Okay, and yeah, uh, and okay. Any other questions, guys, before we wind up?
So this is pretty simple. I think you can just refer them to previous webinar also, where I have explained
Yeah.
RRG in total detail.
Hmm.
Almost, I think, 40
Absolutely.
45 minutes.
Yes, absolutely. Can we go for ETF by looking at RRG for sector and indices?
Yes, absolutely. Because here you will see that I told you about real estate. Now I'm saying about Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty 5 weeks before was here. So let's see the performance of Bank Nifty. And if someone wants to just get an ETF, so see here when Bank Nifty moved October. In October, it moved towards this quadrant. So you will see the Bank Nifty chart. Uh, just see the constituents. You can buy the ETF as well. So you look at the charts here. HDFC Bank was here, right? Just when the Bank Nifty moved up. So it started moving up. We have this SBI moving up. So you can buy ETF as well looking at the index. True, correct.
Hmm. Okay. And okay, what is the best approach for finding future sorting? I'm not sure. What is
Future
the
short,
question?
you mean to say if you want to short, you will look just the opposite of what I said right now. So whatever I said, you just have to reverse it for looking for shorting stocks, weaker sectors. Or maybe there is something that is going euphoric and due for a pullback, then you can
Hmm.
play over there, shorting.
Okay. What time frame? Okay. How to add individual stocks in RRG? Vijay, you can just go to watch list in the dashboard, create it. It is over here. Just create your watch list and then you can use the same watch list in the RRG. Please give the X handler. Okay. Himanshu, is it your CHARTIST, right? Your Twitter handle at
No,
Chartist.
my handle is at the rate underscore chartitude. So C H
Okay,
A
sorry.
R yeah,
Yeah.
CHARTITUDE. So it's
Okay.
at the rate underscore chartitude.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I've messaged it. So do follow him. Uh, huge fan of Himanshu myself. And he has really helped us building the RRG tool and understanding it. Uh, yeah, wonderful, Himanshu. Uh, okay, is there a RRG is purely price action or is there a volume element also?
So see, in a way, now you are RRG is an advanced version of relative strength. So,
Hmm.
relative strength is the outperformance of your stock compared to the benchmark. Now, you say there are two cars, Lamborghini and a car by Maruti. Lamborghini reaches 0 to 100 in 3 seconds. Maruti reaches 0 to 100 in probably 10-12 seconds.
Hmm.
So the RS of Lamborghini is strong because the momentum of Lamborghini is very strong because it can speed up quickly. So there are two sectors, infrastructure and hospitals. So hospitals RS value changed from 60 to 80 in 1 month. Infra, it took 4 months. So infra is like Maruti, hospital is like Lamborghini. Now, when I say it moved from 60 to 80 in 1 month, how will it move? It will move based on price movement. I'm talking about price movement. But to move something so quickly, I mean 0 to 100, do you need fuel in the car? Yes, it will. You'll have guzzling fuel over there. So that's where volume kicks in because we are looking at the relative strength change. If something is changing so quickly, that means volume is there. So without volume, price cannot move so quickly, right? That's basic stuff. So price cannot move from 100 to 200 in 10 days without volume. So RRG is an advanced version of RS, and RS, why advanced? Because it's taking momentum. So when it's talking about momentum, volume is in a way included. Indirectly, it is included in the methodology.
Okay, this is a very good question by Ankur Singh. When you look at monthly RRG, most of the indices are moving from leading to weakening. But on weekly RRG, several indices might be in improving or leading. What do you make of it?
See, I
It's a
just gave an I just gave an example that if you see the weekly RRG uh, compared to Nifty 500, you will see consumer durable is sitting here. Now, if you go to the daily RRG, you will see consumer durable is already strong, because what happens that on a broader time frame, the trend reversal takes time. Now, on the if you look at the monthly chart, coming to your question, you are absolutely right that most of the indices are falling down. Real estate, PSC here, PSU bank here. It shows that on a very long time frame, these indices were in an uptrend, and now they are going through a correction. But if I go to the weekly chart, it shows me that on a lower time frame, that correction seems to be getting over now. So as PSU banks move toward leading quadrant on weekly, on monthly, where will you see them? You will see PSU bank turning back up. So any trend reversal takes place on lower time frame first, and then it culminates towards the higher time frame. So you are checking monthly, you are right, it is going through overall correction, but on weekly it shows that the correction is likely to get over.
wonderful. Okay. And okay. So you always benchmark, you always, why do you set it at Nifty 500 and not, why not Nifty 50?
Because they are all, I mean, broader sectors. There are many stocks that are not part of Nifty 50. That is why I'm using Nifty 500 to have a broader overview. Benchmark Nifty 500 includes, I mean, most of the weightage is still with the large cap in Nifty 500, but most of the stocks in these indices are not part of Nifty 50. That is why I'm using Nifty 500.
Okay. Uh, okay. Fine. Any other questions? Which is okay. Time frame for swing trading. I'm not sure. Time frame for swing trading. I don't know
Weekly,
what
if
is.
you say if you are identifying Bank Nifty strong, you can play swing moves in that index as well. So you can
Hmm.
just check whatever index is strong on a weekly time frame. You can play those swings in the daily charts of those stocks.
Okay. Fine. So with this, let's end the webinar once again. Please do. I'm again pasting the link. You know. Deepak, the exit strategy we have already discussed. The exit strategy has to be based on the price, not based on the RRG. Or if you can again check the quadrants and then you can exit. If you are seriously looking only at the exit strategy through RRG, say like from leading to weakening, if it is coming, that should be your exit strategy. Or else price action is the best way to exit. RRG should be considered only for scanning. So, yeah. Anyways, with this, let's wind up. Before that, I've already pasted the Himanshu's referral link. Please do sign up. Whatever amounts he gets through this, everything will go to charity. So please do contribute. You can subscribe. You'll also get 10% discount yourself. So please do subscribe and contribute to the good cause what Himanshu has been doing. Once again, you're simply awesome, Himanshu ji. You're wonderful, and thank you so much for all the support. Any ending statements? What does the market look overall?
Market is coming off from the bottom as of now. I don't see volume in the market. That is the only headache as of now. Volume is very, very low. And
Hmm.
I am invested in some stronger stocks, but with my stop losses. So till that goes, I'm invested. But as of now, I don't see broad-based buying so far. So super cautious as of now.
Okay.
Mhm.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. With this, let's wind up today's session. Every Sunday we do host the webinars, so please keep joining us. If you are on our YouTube, do follow us. You can also follow, Himanshu on his Twitter handle at the rate underscore chartitude. Thank you so much once again, Himanshu.
Yeah.
Please do
Thanks a lot,
subscribe.
Yati.
Yeah, please do subscribe to Strike. We'll be adding on a lot of other tools also going forward. Himanshu, what
Yeah.
has been your experience with Strike?
It's a brilliant platform. It shows me scans and that RRG at a single place. So the unique feature is that I can create my own watch list over there. So instead of, see, as a retail investor, it is very difficult for me to collect data as fundamental investors do. In hotel sector, you have to check for what is the ARPU figure, or what you see, the revenue per operating bed, how many beds, or what hotel is doing what, wedding season, so many plays. And this is
Mm.
just for one sector. If I look for so many sectors, it is becomes very difficult. So RRG gives me a lead, and then I can figure out where to focus on. So that's why RRG becomes very useful for my scanning process, at least.
Okay. So every one of you, do check out web.strike.money or the link what we have posted in the comment section. Click on that, sign up, and start using Strike, start using RRG. It's a wonderful tool developed by Julius de Kempenaer. Earlier, it was available on Bloomberg, Reuters, and stock charts. Strike happens to be the first one to get the license in India, and it took a lot of efforts from us also to get it to India. So we need your support. So do subscribe to Strike, start using it. With this, let's wind up. Thank you so much, Himanshu. Once again,
Thanks a lot.
have a great
Thanks a lot.
Sunday. Thank you,
Thanks a lot.
guys. Bye
Thank you.
bye.